has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HNHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Koppel's big summer sales event is kicking off into high gear with lots of fantastic offers still going on. We've got 0.9% interest rates and trade-in bonuses on select new models. I know it all sounds too good to be true, but yes, 0.9% interest rates right now at Koppel. Also ramping up our back-to-school vehicles, and our pre-owned inventory is filling fast. We've got great new pre-owned and GM certified units ready to roll. So stop on by the dealership or online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
It's Christmas in July at Pillar Restaurant Group when you purchase a $100 gift card and receive a $15 bonus card. One gift card for all of our locations, including Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, the Butchery and Venue at Home, and all Lincoln Good Sense subs. Our Christmas in July gift card special is available at all Pillar Restaurant Group locations or online at prgnebraska.com. That's prgnebraska.com to get a $15 bonus card when you purchase a $100 gift card.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership. Sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Whether you're looking for a new place to call home or trying to sell your current home, you want to make it as easy as possible. So why not use a realtor that works harder so you don't have to? The Carpe Diem team at Nebraska Realty is your go-to realty team for all your residential and commercial needs. They pride themselves on working hard and making your life as easy as possible while educating you every step of the way. Contact the Carpe Diem team to seize your moment, whether it be buying, selling, building, investing, or even commercial real estate. Give them a call today at 402-429-8121. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
The days of internet contracts and heavy fine print are over. It's time to experience hassle-free service with no contracts or hidden fees. That's the Allo promise. Allo Communications provides fiber internet, TV, and phone services with fair and no-nonsense pricing. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, 24/7 local support 365 days a year, and a monthly bill you can count on. Don't settle for gimmicks. Settle for hassle-free with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/hassle-free.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln.
If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the happy hour here on 93.7 The Ticket. I am not Nick Sainert. Nick has actually been covering me. I'm Jake Balkovin. Nick and Rico done a good job covering me, so I figured I better return the favor a little bit. I am in studio, Jake Balkovin, with you with Enrique Alvarez Clary. So don't worry, you've got a little bit of your happy hour flavor here. Rico, how are things going out there at Haymarket Park as you prepare for BP with DP?
You hear me?
Yep.
All right. So first off, I had shout out to Nick for getting all of this set up, and I was just trying to make sure that all of this was connected correctly so that I didn't mess up and I couldn't blame myself for anything. But right now it is a beautiful day outside, and by beautiful I mean the sun is out and the sun is shining and it's super freaking hot.
Yes, that is all right.
Apparently it was about 118 at the Lincoln Airport, which is like the third or fourth hottest or something in recorded history for a Lincoln. So no big deal, no biggie at all. It's just a very toasty day out here at Haymarket Park. BP with DP with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. DP is not here, however, as he is out at UFC 291. I'm not sure where it is. Do you know where it's at?
No, I'm not sure where he's at.
I mean, we can look it up. We don't have to say all of this and not figure.
I know
things
it's
out
headed
on our own.
toward. I thought it was headed towards Salt Lake City.
It's in Salt Lake City,
Okay,
Utah. UFC 291, Poirier versus Gaethje 2 is the main event there. So that's where DP is, and it's also, as you said earlier, his birthday.
That's
so
correct.
Happy birthday, Mr. Derek Pearson. I hope you have a great time out in Salt Lake City,
As
and
well
hang out
as
with all of-
Manu Ginobili's birthday, by the way.
It is Mon. Oh wow,
Yeah.
they share a birthday. Two amazing individuals.
That's right. Which
what
one?
that
Which
is.
one was your favorite?
Well, I've known DP personally, but I have known Manu Ginobili longer.
That's right. That's right.
So-
That's correct.
So I'm gonna have to go with DP.
And that's probably a smart answer for the guy that writes your checks. But
Manu's not paying me
Yeah.
to be on the air right now.
that,
So
that does usually make a difference in personal choice. But I do.
just a little bit.
I'd like to see DP swipe down a bat like Manu did that one Halloween night, actually, in a basketball
True.
stadium. Yeah.
How good is DP with his left hand finishing at the rim? That's a good
right.
question.
I mean, I think Manu has a few things over DP, but DP's got a few things over Manu.
Exactly. So it's okay. But no, we're out here. Nothing set up right now. The field is looking gorgeous. BP with DP starts at around 3-ish. So people will start showing up, and we'll have, I think, Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman. Maybe he'll swing the bat. I'm not sure. I believe Steve Taylor's going to be here to swing the bat as well. So we'll see. We got a couple people coming down as well to take their hacks and as you said, see if they can hit it over the wall. Nobody that we've brought. I think Steve Taylor may have, but nobody else that we've brought has hit a home run. Strick hit it to the warning track and off the wall a couple of times, but no home runs for the former minor league baseball player.
We'll see if he gets it done today. It's kind of been a battle because he takes a lot of swings and he's always got warning track power. Every time he's out there. I don't know if I've seen him quit it over the fence yet, though.
No, not quite yet. Not quite yet. So we'll see. He was a little sore after the last time,
That's right.
so he's a little. He might be on the fence for this one. We'll see what happens.
Are you going to take some swings?
I don't want to embarrass myself, but I maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. We got to have somebody. Jake Sorensen will be here. Maybe he'll take some swings. I know he's going to take over for me later on. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I know. I think I took some swings with that there with you at one time, and we might be the worst baseball players at the ticket. I mean, we were trying to get it past, into the grass was kind of our goal.
Yeah, I haven't taken swings here yet, but I know we went to D-Bat when
yes.
back when young Nick was a worker there, and he took us out there, and I took some swings out there, and it wasn't pretty. Wasn't pretty.
That's all right. We're defensive players, man. I'm definitely not that either.
Oh no,
you
I
could run the bases. Yeah.
I got you.
Oh, you got defense.
I'm a pinch runner, and I can cover a lot of ground out in the outfield.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean this. It's about myself. So
just say it. It's fine.
There's not one position or thing for me to do in a baseball. I mean, manager, maybe. I think I understand the game of baseball. I think that would be that. Honestly, there's no reason why anybody would hire me as a manager, but that would be the closest thing I could be doing to help a baseball team in the game of baseball. I have absolutely zero skill otherwise to help.
Well, I feel like I could take one of those infield positions, but for the most part, just throw them in the outfield. I'll catch them there. I don't think I'm going to throw anybody out at like home or anything, but I can cover a lot of ground.
Can you read the ball coming off the bat?
I don't know.
See, that's where
I played slow pitch softball, and I was able to read it off the bat really well. But that's different.
It's a bit different,
like.
Yeah.
So.
Well, even that for me, that's where I learned that I really can't help at all because I played some send you out in the outfield. There's like 4 outfielders in softball usually, but slow pitch softball, someone hit one out there, and I ran way in, and then it flew over my head, and I was like, oh well, it doesn't help. Have a little speed if you don't use it correctly.
Yeah, I've always heard that it's better to run up to the ball than have to run back to the ball. So
yeah,
I'll stay back a little bit. And I'm like, all right, go forward and go get this bad boy.
Yeah. So that's a little personal knowledge. If we ever have a league at the ticket, don't draft us. We used to have bowling league, but
Hey, like I said, I'll run the bases like a maniac. I got you.
That's right. Did you ever play any baseball, softball?
No, I did not. I wanted to play baseball, but my mom didn't let me. So that was sad. My cousin was playing, and I was like, I want to play, and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
So.
See, my family was always taking vacations during baseball season, and I just never got.
We were not. We were just there, so I just didn't play.
Didn't do it.
But hey, so the jersey you have on.
Yeah.
As everybody knows, Bach was gone for a while. He's finally back from the Philippines.
That's right. I'm a new man.
And I want to know how your trip was, dude, because I know before you were a little worried because your wife had told you that they have a lot of seafood, and you're not a big seafood guy.
Yeah. The food was certainly different. I mean, it was really good. By the time I was done, I was over there for 2.5 weeks. I just wanted American food, and I just kind of wanted to come back home. I think you could. I think I could take a trip to heaven, and after about 10 days, I kind of want to sleep in my own bed, man. That's how I am. So it was a little bit long, and so I planned having going all to the other side of the world. Obviously, you're going to pay a pretty penny for the airplane ticket, so you don't want to do like a weekender out there.
Yeah.
So I plan to take some time over there, but I still think next time I go, I might go a little bit shorter, and I do plan on going. Hopefully, it's my second home. My wife, it's her home over there, so I met the family. That was really cool. There was a lot of seafood. It's interesting, just to interact with a different culture. No matter what, basically, at every restaurant, there's going to be in the Philippines at least some rice and some chicken options with your rice. But I noticed there's fried chicken, there's spaghetti, and they have their own sweet spaghetti that's really good, a little bit different. But you're gonna have those at every restaurant. So even like the Americanized restaurants, I went to like a McDonald's and a Wendy's. There's fried chicken and there's spaghetti. And there's rice. So you're gonna, and then there's a few McDonald's options or, some other, but no matter where you go, that's going to be an option. I also noticed one of the biggest cultural differences is their soda intake. There's only 3 options. You're going to either, so I'm a Dr. Pepper guy. I starved without Dr. Pepper for 2.5 weeks. And I looked around, I looked everywhere in the Philippines trying to get some, but you basically can only get Coke, Sprite, or orange soda. And then you don't get the choice of I'm going to get a super large or a medium. It comes in one size basically everywhere, and it's like half of a small. They do not when they drink soda, they do not drink a whole lot, and you do not get refills.
Oh,
so the portion sizes there are also are just a lot smaller. Like the fries that come with it is just like a small portion of fries. So no big gulps or anything. It's that was a little bit of an adjustment.
So you lost some weight. Is that?
Well, I don't think so. I haven't checked yet, but you would think that I would because of the portion sizes. But I also had the mindset of, well, I'm on vacation, so I had been right. I had been losing a little bit of weight going into the vacation to try to get my beach bod ready because we're going to the beaches all the time. But
how were the beaches out there?
The beach was incredible. It's very affordable. Obviously, when you go out there, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know how much people know too much about the Philippines. But the ticket's going to cost you a pretty penny to get there. Once you get there, it's pretty cheap. They're Ubers basically around town. It goes by a different name, but even in Manila, very prevalent and costs maybe $2 or $3 to go wherever you want to go in town. So you can go there. I fed my whole family breakfast for like $7. Resort was like $40, and we were a 5-minute walk away from the beach. And just really nice. So very affordable once you get there. It's that plane ride and that ticket that's going to cost you a little bit, but
did you
really fun.
Did you create any new Husker fans?
I did in that, going through anywhere, I'm going to be paying attention to sports. And that's why I've got this is a Jordan Clarkson Filipino jersey. He is their kind of one NBA guy they have. His mother, I believe, is partially Filipino, or his mother is Filipino.
You came into the station with it on, and you're like, guess whose it is? I was like, I don't know, Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, that's a good guess because I don't think there are too many prevalent ones. Although Eric Spoelstra also Filipino, so there's some names there.
Oh,
and what was really cool is that the NBA, and for NBA fans, that's like the number one sport. Basketball by far is the number one sport. I played some basketball with some guys, and they played a little bit differently. They don't have a whole lot of size in the Philippines, so when they play internationally, that they don't run into it. But they haven't exactly adopted the 3-point era as much. So I was over there, and I had a good shooting day, and I was hitting threes. They're calling me Klay Thompson because I was just hitting threes, and they're like, "Man, I gotta just shoot whenever." And I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of."
Are you a legend?
I'm somewhat of a legend at least at the basketball court that I played at. But
if anybody goes to the Philippines, they'll see a statue of Jake Bakovic outside of one of the basketball courts. They're just like, this guy's the best shooter we've
They
ever
were
seen.
really impressed, and I did have a good shooting day. I'll admit, and sometimes I don't, but they were really impressed with that. But I guess they do a lot of like slashing, a lot more team basketball, and kind of runners and stuff. So it's kind of interesting that it's different there. But as far as like the culture of it, you'll see because it's really hot as well outside. So like half the men are wearing basketball jerseys. Basketball is just huge over there. I went through it was flipping through channels at the resort, and 10 channels in a row were basketball, including NBA TV. Which I don't know if that, I don't know if they had the base cable package or whatever there, but that usually doesn't come in our own base packages. But they love the NBA. The guys I played with, we're all going to school for like a airplane engineering or something like that, but in mechanics. But in any case, so they were asking me kind of what was popular in the States because we were talking about basketball. I said, well, football is the biggest one. So first they thought I was talking about soccer. And then I was trying to explain to them kind of what football was because they were kind of getting lost. So I was like,
American football.
Yeah, American football. American football Americano is what we learned in Spanish class, but I don't know if that translates to the Philippines, but I tried. But eventually, so after a few minutes, finally one of them went, "Oh, the Super Bowl." I said, yes, the Super Bowl. That's
the one.
So that's how they know football is. Once in a while, the Super Bowl comes up around. But it was just kind of interesting because, here you'll see NFL stuff everywhere. There's NBA stuff everywhere. And I saw a few NFL shirts. I'm not sure how much they know. I did bring some Nebraska gear to give out to some of the village kids, which was awesome. And hopefully expands there. I was on the lookout, obviously, as a Celtics fan for some Celtics gear. I did see some Jason Tatum fan, even a Jaylen Brown jersey over there. So I was pleased there. But I do hope to maybe every time I go send some more Nebraska stuff over there. But again, I don't think because they don't know too much about pro football, even though that they know too much about college football.
All you got to do is just take your laptop or get like a whole bunch of VHS DVDs and a TV and a player or whatever, DVD player, VHS player, and just plop it down and be like, watch this, and put on film from the 90s Nebraska, and you'll just get a whole bunch of new Husker fans.
I'll teach them football through Nebraska, and that's how they will learn how great Nebraska is. But you're right. I probably can't turn on tape for.
No, it's been a while. Yeah. No, it's been. You could go like late 2000s to like early mid 2010s.
I'll teach them defense with the Ndamukong Suh years, but
yeah, that 2009 team, like show them that, and they'll be like, "Oh man, this is really good."
Yeah.
Then show them like 2010. What was it? 2010. Amir Abdul? No, it wasn't 2010. 11, whatever it was.
Yeah,
I think it was 11
Yeah.
when it was Heisman campaign. Yeah, you'll get a whole bunch of new fans.
I hope to. Overall, though, is a great trip. And I even got some Giannis shoes for like $50.
Dang,
so that was pretty. Yeah. So I mean, everything's really affordable over there. So it's nice to take advantage of that.
Dang, I should have texted you. I should have seen what was going on over there. See if I could get me some gear.
When I could have got like a Celtics jersey. This is like $14. All the jerseys are like $14. I figured while I was over there, I better,
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Any Knicks jerseys? Anybody?
You know what? I guess now that I think about it, I don't know if I saw some stores would have just like all the jerseys, and they like throwbacks. So they had like Vancouver jerseys and old, just all different types. I'm sure they did have Knicks jerseys.
An Eric Strickland jersey.
I didn't see an Eric Strickland.
Strickland Vancouver jersey.
maybe that's where Strick's jerseys ended up. I know he ended up selling those. But it's interesting because I've talked to my wife about it too. Is they really gravitate toward the team of the decade, which is Golden State. So they really like Golden State. They really like the Lakers, kind of the popular teams. There's I saw a lot of LeBron shirts over there. And they've also got, like I told you, they didn't have a whole lot of size. So they've got this guy that's like 7'2", and his name escapes me, but because they don't have size, the fact that he's 7'2", they just love him. He's like a hero there. And he played on the Magic Summer League team, but they were all mad because it seemed to be like some ploy to get more Filipino viewers to the Magic or whatever, because they didn't play him too much in the Summer League. So while I was over there, people were getting mad at the Orlando Magic Summer League team, which I didn't know was going to be. I never knew that was a thing. I didn't know you get mad at the Magic Summer League team, but they were not happy with his playing time.
Kai Soto.
That's right, Kai Soto. So I'm Kai Soto's got a new fan. I gotta learn his name a little bit more and watch his game.
Yeah, I'm Tootie. 7'2".
Yeah.
I want to see what Kai Soto looks like. Let's look up Kai Soto really quick.
Well, it's cool too because this is the FIBA basketball jersey that I got, and they're going to have the FIBA basically international games, and USA's got their own rosters, but they're going to be playing some of those games in the Philippines. So they had these promotional posters, and Giannis and Jokic were there, and it was like three guys. It was like, come watch Giannis, Jokic, and Jordan Clarkson. And that's where I was like, oh yes, Jordan Clarkson belongs in that group.
You're like, wait a minute, that's not
like they have 2 stars in this tournament, and then they're reaching, but no, they love Jordan Clarkson.
It. So I'm looking at him right now, and the first picture that I saw, he looked like a small child, but now I see other pictures of him, and he has like a full sleeve, and it looks like a grown man. And he was on the Kings like practice squad or something for a little bit, but then he was with the Orlando Magic, and now I don't know. It doesn't say where he is.
Yeah, he's still like a 21-year-old guy.
Yeah, he's 21.
Unfortunately, because he played a little bit of professional basketball. I think in the Philippines, I was like reading into it. That Matt Painter couldn't get him, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if Matt Painter was
Painter. No, he was definitely looking at him.
But I'm sure 100%. He was on Matt Painter's radar. But he couldn't play college ball then.
Oh, he played for the Adelaide 36ers, which is an Australian professional league team.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's where Lat Mayen played for a little bit.
That sounds about right. Maybe they know each other there.
Always going to throw in a Lat Mayen connection. Now he's with the Hiroshima Dragonflies.
Yeah.
Who are in Japan, obviously, in Hiroshima, Japan. Professional basketball team, 2023 to present. So there you go.
Yeah, to follow his career. Maybe eventually he'll make it to the NBA. He's like their national hero right now, alongside Jordan Clarkson.
He did win a gold in 2017 in the CIEBA Under 16 Championship, which is an Under 16 basketball championship in the International Basketball Federation Southeast Asia Basketball Association.
So
One of FIBA's Asia's subzone.
Oh, okay. So that was cool though. Like when I was flipping through the channel, I was kind of learning and watching different. They even have EuroLeague on over there. Like they just they'll just watch any basketball they can get their hands on, which was pretty cool. They had like local 3-on-3 tournaments that were on, so it's just cool to watch them. You know, and again, it's a lot of different cultural differences as well as over there. But to be able to unite in basketball was kind of cool. I was kind of getting stressed over there, to be honest, before I found a basketball court. Usually that's what I do to relieve my stress. And it certainly helped. I mean, yeah. And then the other thing is, you know, it's not necessarily a tall population. And so I've been told that I was tall and handsome over there more times than I have the last, 15 years over here.
You were feeling special.
Everybody was
you?
telling me I was tall and handsome. And I think, I was just thinking, why doesn't anybody tell me that back home? This is great.
You're like, this is the place to be. If they could get some Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things I would tweak about it, but other than that, there was a few. It was a great time and very cool, great culture to very welcoming and just a lot of fun. It was also, I should mention, on the way to Chicago to get to the Philippines was Iowa City, and I stopped by and looked at and toured the stadium.
Well, of course you did.
Which led me to basically in the Philippines, if you don't have a roasted pig at your party, it's not a party. So you got to get a roasted pig, and so I bought a pig. I don't know if all the everybody would like this, but it is what it is. Different cultures over there again. But so we bought a pig, and I named him in honor of Floyd of Rosedale, my favorite trophy in college football. Obviously, I named him Floyd.
Of course.
And we ended up killing Floyd and roasting him, and he was pretty good.
Shout out to Floyd.
Yeah, I bonded with him for a few days, fed him some stuff, but it was always the plan. It was
now
always
Floyd will feed you.
That's right.
That's how that worked.
But if I didn't go there and buy Floyd, somebody else would have. So I didn't feel too bad about it.
It's okay, Floyd. You did what you were there to do.
That's right.
I fell down a Kai Soto hole. He was recruited back in 2020, and he was a consensus top 75 recruit. 4-star. Consensus 4-star. He's top 75, but he decided to join the NBA G League Ignite.
Yeah. Chasing those dreams. Do they have like teams that were on him? Because if Purdue was on him, that would be pretty hilarious.
Hold on, let me see if I can. No, okay. All of this is just taking me to all of this other stuff. I want to see his 2020 team rankings. That's not what I want. I'll have to look up his recruiting because I want to see who was on him.
I'm sure it was Purdue.
100. It was 100% Purdue. Recruiting. There we go. Kai Soto recruiting. Here we go.
Nebraska used to do a good job of grabbing like 7'1" overseas players too. They just never turned into what Purdue was able to get out of
He
them.
went to the Skill Factory in Atlanta, Georgia. He was. Oh, this is a nice team list he had. Auburn, DePaul, Georgia Tech, Kentucky, and USC.
Yeah,
no Purdue.
Bad. No Purdue.
Surprisingly.
Matt Painter lost a little bit of respect now.
How dare he? How?
Although Zach Edey, I guess the defending National Player of the Year, probably pretty good.
Yeah, probably. Whatever.
He's done all right there.
You can't have two guys over 7'1". It's
yes,
impossible.
you can. Purdue has done that before.
Nebraska can't even get one.
Nebraska picked up a recruit while I was gone too. That was
They
kind of
did.
surprising. I didn't expect that.
No, nobody did. It was a very late addition to the 2023 class. But he'll be joining. Unfortunately, he can't join them in Italy. But he will join them once the season starts. Also, very shorthanded in Italy. So we'll see. It'll be a lot of people or a lot of new faces taking the court for Nebraska overseas.
Yeah, and some of the text line too. By the way, when I was saying I had my Giannis's, they say you got Fiana's shoes; they're fake.
Giannis
could be. I just needed basketball shoes, and I hope they work. But Yeah, there's. I think that's why I had to go into kind of a secret room to get them.
My guy.
But I was gonna take advantage of it. Why not?
They're like, come over here. We got
did.
some shoes for you.
Well, I
Come
did.
here."
I looked at all their shoes. I was like, do you guys have any basketball shoes? They like looked around. They're like, all right, open the door and take them back there.
They're like, all right, let's get this American back here.
Oh, we know what he wants. As long as they last. I bought some LeBrons a couple years ago. And the reason why I got Giannis's, by the way, is because I just, here you don't have a great selection. You have to get LeBrons, KDs, or Kyrie Irvings. And probably the three players I don't like in the NBA, that would, those three would be near the top. Not so much LeBron. I neither like or dislike LeBron, but I just know the fanfare that comes along with getting him. Those shoes lasted me about a year and a half, so I'm hoping these Giannis's last me a year and a half. Or if they're Giannis's, whatever. I don't care.
Giannis's?
I just want them to work for a while.
Look, if the Giannis's last a year and a half, that'd be very impressive.
Yeah, they've got they've got it in the name. The bottom of his shoe has like Giannis and like all his brother's name on it.
So hold on, Giannis, Thanasis. Yeah, I don't know the other one.
Yeah, I don't know the other one.
I just know Thanasis because he was on the Knicks for a little bit.
And those guys really shouldn't be in the league. They're just Antetokounmpo's brothers. So
how it works.
So
that's how it works.
Yeah. All right, we better take a break here. We've got plenty more to cover here from Big Ten Media Day reactions. I wanted to kind of get your thoughts, Rico, on if things kind of changes with your expectations coming out of that. So we'll talk about that coming up next. Reminder: it is BP with DP. Rico is out at Haymarket Park, so we'll be out there all afternoon. We'll have, of course, on the block and Old School out there as well. We'll be back. More happy hour coming next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a two-purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com. Visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
The Nebraska Lottery's Powerball First Millionaire of the Year promotion is until August 14th. Buy a Powerball with Power Play and Double Play ticket, and you could be one of 15 winners of $1,000. You'll also be entered to win a trip to New York City for New Year's Eve and a chance at $1 million. So visit your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer today and buy a ticket for a chance at $1,000. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here, and I have an exclusive opportunity for you to win $500,000 by joining me in the Living Lucky with Luke Combs lottery experience. When it rains, it pours for lucky fans and lottery players who enter to win a chance of a lifetime. Join me in Nashville for a private concert at the iconic Ryman Auditorium in 2024. One lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000 at the end of the show.
Details at nelottery.com. Living Lucky with Luke Combs ticket top prize odds 1 in 128,000.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's efforts. It's the entire dealership, sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams. From treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking, they offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
It's Christmas in July at Pillar Restaurant Group when you purchase a $100 gift card and receive a $15 bonus card. One gift card for all of our locations, including Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, the Butchery and Venue at Home, and all Lincoln Good Sense subs. Our Christmas in July gift card special is available at all Pillar Restaurant Group locations or online at prgnebraska.com. That's prgnebraska.com. to get a $15 bonus card when you purchase a $100 gift card.
Husker fans, this is Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. You've probably heard about NIL, name, image, and likeness. And now you can have an immediate impact on the success of our programs. The 1890 Initiative is Nebraska's premier NIL company. And with your help, we can maximize our student athletes' opportunities with NIL and prepare them for life after college. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics. Let's do the same with NIL. To learn more, visit 1890nebraska.com, where 100% of your donation goes directly to Husker student athletes. That's 1890nebraska.com.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, mainly sunny skies, another very hot day. We'll see an afternoon high of around 102. Tonight we'll see a chance of storms, a low of around 71. And tomorrow we'll see a lingering chance of scattered showers and storms. Otherwise, mostly sunny and a little cool. Tomorrow we'll see a high of around 88. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
I vomited last night.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
I literally vomited. I threw up.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back here on the Happy Hour on 93.7 The Ticket. Thanks for joining us. I am Jake Bachman. He is Enrique Alvarez-Cleric. Nick Sainert out on some assignment, personal assignment, but that's why he is not joining.
Whatever.
Yeah. It is summer, as you could tell by me being gone. This is a time where hosts usually get a chance to take a break, a little bit of a gap here in the sports calendar right before football season, where there's a lot of different faces on different shows. So,
oh yeah,
I expect that to continue a little bit moving
Yeah,
forward.
it's gonna be the same next week because I will be gone.
That's right. Rico's the next to go. Austin was gone this week, so it's just we're all going to be rotating quite a bit.
Yep, Rico's Weeko starts today after the show is over. Well, after I don't know. I'm thinking after on the block, maybe. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Are you got any big plans for your week off?
We are going up to see the in-laws this weekend. It is Orchard Days out in the village of Orchard up in northeast Nebraska. So we'll head up there for the weekend and a little bit of Monday, come back, and then just planning on being at home, maybe cleaning the house. I doubt it. And making some delicious food for my wife and children for when they come home after daycare and work.
There you go. Is Orchard Days? What is that? Do you know? Have you been?
I have been multiple times. It's
Okay.
just a lot of things. Just a
Big
celebration of the village. There's a parade. There's a barbecue. There's all kinds of fun activities. There's a bunch of water, like inflatable things for the kiddos. If you're an adult, you just got to be ready to get soaked just because there's water splashing everywhere. And kids have the little squirt gun things and they just fill them up and they're just like, ah, and like, so everybody gets wet. So, but it's going to be a blast. Hopefully it's not 18 degrees this weekend up in Orchard though.
Yeah, how are you holding up, by the way? I'm of course in the cozy AC studios here.
So if you look behind me, hold on. If you look behind right here, right, let me see if I can point correct.
yeah,
So this
there-
right here is the
yeah.
AC.
Oh.
All the back here.
Yeah.
It's blowing cold air, but where I'm at, the angle that I'm at, it's hitting these two chairs right here. So like I can feel it right here, but this part of the booth is decently hot.
Is there any way you could move over a little bit?
The cords don't reach that far.
Okay. I was gonna say
I
this is
could,
gonna-
but this is what you would see on the stream. Let me hold on.
Okay.
So I'd be over here.
Oh, Rico from a distance. That's
Hey guys,
kinda-
like this is nice. I can feel the air. It's hitting me, and it's really nice right here.
we can hear you the same. I don't know why, but this visual reminds me of like Mr. Rogers, like walking up. You like go pick out your suit or something.
Welcome to
Yeah.
the neighborhood.
There you go, Rico's neighborhood, where he only has AC in half of a room.
Exactly.
But it has been. I hope everybody's keeping themselves hydrated and stuff. I mean, it is quite a. Even getting back from the Philippines, which is obviously right by the equator, it's hot here. It's hotter here.
Wow, you had a beach there too, so you had the
Yeah.
breeze coming off the beach. We got nothing here.
Yeah.
There's a couple lakes, but you're not getting a breeze off a lake to
Nah,
cool you
just
down.
some flat lands with the sun boiling down on you.
Yeah, you're getting a breeze off the corn. That's not helping.
And it might change the.
Even Memorial Stadium's hogging all the way. Like it's hogging all the wind goes into Memorial Stadium, just swirls around. So all
That's
the wind's
right.
just hanging out in there. I can see. So when it gets really hot and things like they get a little wavy.
yeah.
I'm looking at Memorial Stadium right now, and like through the little crack where the stands are and where the the cathedral part of it is, I can see the sellout words.
Oh yeah,
but they're wavy.
That's interesting.
So it's very hot in there. I'm
So
guessing.
if the fans were doing the wave in there from your distance, do you think you'd see them standing still?
they'd be like this. They'd look like the wacky wavy inflatable arm flailing tube man. That's
Yeah.
what they would look like.
Yeah. Speaking of Memorial Stadium, of course, Big Ten Media Days happened in 93.7. The Ticket was out there covering it, doing a great job and looking good while doing so. I might add in there as well.
Real nice.
But anything stick out to you from Big Ten Media? Of course, we've talked about it quite a bit, Rico, but I guess, I don't know. It's, and we talk about it, we call it Kool-Aid all the time, but I guess, to me, just the more I hear Matt Rule, the more I'm excited. The more I believe in his long-term vision. I will continue to say I think that this year is more about progress than win total, more about establishing your culture and your foundation than being the finished product or whatever. But I can't deny. I mean, the detail-oriented, the day-by-day talk. I mean, all that stuff. I mean, you hear more and more of it. I don't think that he's done everything this offseason would have been, perfect. I'd have a few tweaks, but he's done just about as well as he can. And again, every time he speaks, you want to believe him. You want to buy in.
Yeah. So listening to Matt Rule talk, and I said it yesterday, like it's hard for me to go all in, to jump in with both feet and to be, Kool-Aid, chugging it all down right now. I do think I like what he says, and I like the direction, at least based off of what he says, that the program is going, but I just can't It's just being hurt too many times from previous regimes. And I understand it's a different coaching staff, different players, etc. Everything is different, blah, 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 what everybody's going to tell me. But even then, it's still like, I don't want it. It's year one. It's a new coach. It's new coaches. It's new players. It's year one. I'm not going to put I'm going to put pressure on them because you still need to be good. But at the same time, I'm not expecting them to go out and win the Big Ten right away. I'm not expecting them to go out and be in the top 25 by the end of the season this first season. Would that be amazing? And would that be, a massive first step? Yes, it would be. But to do what he has to do, it's not to the same level as what Deion's doing out in Colorado, but to do what he's doing and to overhaul this roster and to keep some people on from the previous regime who maybe, some people don't believe in, or maybe they believe that the whole roster should be scrapped if you're going to do whatever. I think that it's going to take some time. And based on what he's saying, he understands that. Based on what he's done at previous stops, he understands that. And that's exactly what he's going to do. So it's hard for me to just, jump in with 2 feet right now. But like you said, based on what he's saying and the way that he says things and the way that the players talk about him and the other coaches, it seems like this is a massive step in the right direction, at least.
Do you think that this is the worst roster? I don't want to say roster because I think that it sounds bad, or you're like picking on the current, but just in totality, when we talk about, there's always the argument, did Scott Frost hire a better program than Mike Riley inherited? Mm-hmm. If I go through it and I think of some of those guys, especially Mike Riley, you inherited Tommy Armstrong and Malik Collins and Nate Gary and loaded defensive and all that. Like that's in a better spot than what he had. Scott Frost, you go back to the Divino Zigbo and the Stanley Morgans and some of those guys. And maybe there are some of those guys waiting in the wings here that we don't know about quite yet. Divino Zigbo was not that guy until that Scott Frost year. Mm-hmm. But to me, I don't think it's going out on a limb or sounding too bad to say that I do believe this is probably the worst as far as roster inherited that they get that we've seen yet, because basically the whole plan last year was rent a team anyway. They rented Trey Palmer, they rented O'Shawn Mathis, they rented, so this was already kind of in the steps of like,
it was like a 1 year. It was like a 1 year thing. It was like we need to be good this year. If we're not good this year, then we're not going to be here. So who really cares? I agree with you. This, out of all the rosters being inherited by new coaches for Nebraska, this is probably one of the worst. And that's not to say that these are bad players. These are not bad players. To me, it's the worst because of the lack of returning production. When you look at the linebacker room, there's 4 or 5 players who have a tackle in college. If you look at the wide receiver room, there's 4 or 5 players in that entire receiver room who have a catch in college. So when you look at these rooms and you look at some of these, the returning talent that Matt Rule has to work with, there's not a lot of people who have collegiate experience on the field. Maybe some have a collegiate experience being in college for a year or two and practicing and doing all that and traveling. But in terms of actually getting in a game and taking meaningful snaps, there's not that much experience here. And even then, experience from last season going over into this season in terms of an offense or a defense isn't really going to do much, because the offense is different. The defense is different. You know how to play football. You know how to play collegiate football, and you know that the how taxing it is on your body. You know how to travel and do all of that stuff. But in terms of the offense and the defense, to me, everybody's starting from square one. But again, as you said, in terms of that, this might be the worst, the nicest way to say it, roster that's being inherited from a previous coaching staff.
Well, and it sounds tough to say, but it also, again, I think the numbers would just kind of spit it out. And I remember go through this stretch of no bowl games since 2016. I remember hearing Steve Sipple say, this is the worst he's seen the Nebraska program in that long. And sometimes it was jarring. And then, over the years, it's become less and less jarring. It's hard to argue the other way that this isn't the worst that Nebraska's program has been since Bill Jennings. And that, in the 50s, going into the 60s. And that's a long time. But it is
a little bit of time.
It's a little bit of time, but it's undeniable. And I always go back to even the coaches before the Scott Frost debacle. even like Bill Callahan and Mike Riley, who were just the absolute scorn of the earth for failing, had 9-win seasons, at least throughout their tenure. Before that Final 4 and 8 year for Mike Riley, neither of them were like too far off of a bowl game. Bill Callahan's disastrous years, they were playing for bowl eligibility their final game of the season. Mike Riley's first team made it to a bowl at 5-7 with a good GPA or whatever it was that got them in there.
Yeah, whatever you want to say.
But these 4 and 8s, these 3 and 9s, just something I'd never thought I'd see at Nebraska. And so very, it sounds harsh when you kind of say it out loud, and you don't want to sound like bad to the players, but I want to get it out there because I think that there is still this notion, everybody, and I don't blame anybody for doing it. You talk about Kool-Aid season, you want to talk about win totals, you want to talk about, who you're going to beat and who they should, but I just want to continue to emphasize, listen, if they get 6 or 7 wins, that's quite an accomplishment. That's not just, they're Nebraska, they should either way. They shouldn't. This team is not in that position. They've got 5 out of the last 6 years, different offensive coordinators, 3 different defensive coordinators now in the span of a year. I mean, this is no stability. There's not a whole lot of all Big Ten candidates coming back. Just coming off the rent-a-year players game. I mean, again, this is a tough spot for Matt Rule to pick up. So I want there to be whether it is patience to see it turn around, or of kind of understanding if they do struggle, or just more appreciation for if they do happen to have success right away.
If they start winning, you just sit back and enjoy the ride, because it's been a while. And is this bad? Like, if I say that the days of people saying the Nebraska head coach should roll out of bed and win 6 games.
Yeah.
Are we past that?
I don't know. I don't know, because again, you could still make an argument that each one of these Scott Frost-led teams had the talent to be bowl eligible. He just got in the way a lot. I mean, the coaching staff got in the way a lot, and of course that was no.
Well, that's the point. That's the coach. Literally rolling out of bed.
Well, yeah, I get, but as long as he rolls out of the bed and doesn't try, maybe he could get out of the way and win 6 games. But I mean, I think it is there. But the other thing too, and the one deal that is going for Nebraska is this is one of the easiest schedules in college football. Northwestern goes from a 1-11 team that should automatically, be counted as a win, to now like a 1-11 team in shambles. I mean, that's got to be a win. Colorado
you should cover that spread.
Colorado threw their team away and is just Frankensteining a team. They also are one, so I mean, Nebraska's schedule, and that's what I think the optimism is for this, is if they are as detail oriented as they sound, as their plan eventually will take over. If they can get that done early, there are a lot of winnable games on here for a sound football team. Doesn't have to have the most talent in the world. A sound football team that doesn't get in their own way to reach bowl eligibility. If you can muster out some wins.
If Nebraska just wins 4 games and it's Northwestern, Colorado, and 2 non-conference games, are we? And I don't know. Like this, and this is like the weird conversation that we always have every year. If they win those 4 games and they don't get blown out in any of the games and they're close, are we looking at this like this is a good start for Matt Rule and this coaching staff with this team?
I hope.
Or
so.
Are we sitting here and we're like, look, man, with the schedule you had, 6 wins, you won 4, 6 was right there.
Well, listen, the other part of it is Matt Rule's resume. And you hired him. His turnarounds are not quick,
Immediate.
a quick, pat on the, I mean, they've had bad first years that led to, again, but setting the foundation and, all that stuff to make jumps in year 2s and year 3s. So I hope, again, I think there's got to be patience. If you win 4 games this year, that's kind of where your program's been, but hopefully you're winning 4 games the right way, as weird as that sounds, and building in those other games. So there's a lot more to talk, with that. I mean, and we'll continue that, but we also got to talk about a little bit of conference realignment. Of course, Nebraska not in the mix this time, as Colorado, last time Colorado was in conference realignment. Well, they're coming back. They're coming back to the Big 12. What does that mean for the Big 12? What does that mean for the Pac-12? Does it eventually affect Nebraska one way or the other down the line? Is the Big Ten interested? So we'll get to all that coming up next year to wrap up Happy Hour. Again, DP with BP. the other way around. BP with DP going on live at Haymarket Park. Rico's down. I see Strick in the background. Guys are getting in there. So that'll be fun. And we'll do that throughout the afternoon as well. We'll wrap up the happy hour coming up next.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the happy hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Koppel's big summer sales event is kicking off into high gear with lots of fantastic offers still going on. We've got 0.9% interest rates and trade-in bonuses on select new models. I know it all sounds too good to be true, but yes, 0.9% interest rates right now at Koppel. Also, ramping up our back-to-school vehicles, and our pre-owned inventory is filling fast. We've got great new pre-owned and GM-certified units ready to roll, so stop on by the dealership or online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
It's Christmas in July at Pillar Restaurant Group when you purchase a $100 gift card and receive a $15 bonus card. One gift card for all of our locations, including Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, the Butchery and Venue at Home, and all Lincoln Good Sense subs. Our Christmas in July gift card special is available at all Pillar Restaurant Group locations or online at prgnebraska.com. That's prgnebraska.com to get a $15 bonus card when you purchase a $100 gift card.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com. Visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Husker fans, this is Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. You've probably heard about NIL, name, image, and likeness. And now you can have an immediate impact on the success of our programs. The 1890 Initiative is Nebraska's premier NIL company. And with your help, we can maximize our student athletes' opportunities with NIL and prepare them for life after college. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics. Let's do the same with NIL. To learn more, visit 1890nebraska.com, where 100% of your donation goes directly to Husker student athletes. That's 1890nebraska.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism. Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
When I gave you the cookie, I heard very clearly, I don't think about you, Schmidt.
Why would I think about you?
Because we're friends. We're not animals.
We're men. The only time a man is allowed to think about another man is when that man is Jay Cutler.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here on the Happy Hour, wrapping things up. I'm Jake Bakoven in studio, in for Nick Sander. Today, Rico is out at Haymarket Park with the Salt Dogs as we get ready for BP with DP. I see Strick in the background preparing himself for On the Block here in just a moment, and probably to finally get one past the warning check and hit a home run. I know Strick's working on that as well. But we got to wrap up Happy Hour here. A few responses off the text line as Rico and I, I think we're a little bit more real, kind of stuck it and maybe like scorned. Somebody says Rico sounds scorned. Somebody says, why does Buck so anti-Nebraska? I think we're just kind of in this more of this realism phase than optimal or Kool-Aid drinking phase, which, I mean, you're a fan. You're more than allowed. Sometimes it gets so serious in sports to be like, well, you shouldn't really drink this much Kool-Aid. Drink as much Kool-Aid as you want. Have as much fun as you want. But as far as kind of my thoughts on it, I kind of like to stay look from a national perspective, and again, I'll say it as much as we can, is that I think that instead of just thinking that this is, like Rico was saying, a team that can roll out of bed and win 6 or 7 games like you should at Nebraska every year, is that if they do that, not to just say, well, yeah, see, I said that was going to happen and I expected it and I was right. Because I think that it's quite a big task that Matt Rule is taking on. And so to do so would take an incredible job. But who knows? You never do know, because TCU, there aren't a whole lot of numbers that point to Nebraska having that big year or going to 6 and 7 wins. But the same thing can be said about TCU last year and what they were able to do. Sports are played not on paper, but on the field. And that's where you can kind of get those surprises.
Yeah, I mean, you see TCU and everybody wants to point towards them, like, look how bad they were, and then they made the national championship game. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often, and by very often, I mean they're the first team to ever do that. So don't use TCU as an example. Use them as I don't know, like a goal, I guess you could, but they're not an example of, look, if they did this, you can do this, because it just wasn't. They lost their best pass rusher and still had an elite defense. Like it was the weirdest thing for TCU. Their quarterback that led them to the national championship wasn't even the starter at the beginning of the season. Like, he was the starter for 3 years, got benched. The new starter gets hurt. He comes in and just has this amazing year and leads them to a national championship. Again, you can't use them as an example because that wasn't supposed to happen. So when you look at this Nebraska team, if they do end up winning 6 games this year, be happy, enjoy it, celebrate. Don't say, oh, well, they could have done. Don't look back and say, oh, they should have won this one and they should have won this one. If they would have done this, they would have been here and we would have been doing that. No, if they win 6 games, enjoy it. Have a good time. Celebrate. You're back to 500. Maybe if you get into the bowl game, win the bowl game, you're over 500 for the first time in 5-6 years. Like, enjoy it. Don't go out of your way to try and poke holes and be negative.
Oh, and it's funny too, because I think there's this easy way to start, and I think a lot of people with those non-con games want to say Nebraska can be 4-0 by the time they play Michigan. And again, that's a lot easier said than done. I understand that there's not a whole lot of great teams along the way. But that Minnesota game is going to be fantastic. Thursday night to open up college football. I can't wait for it. But that would be a huge win. Minnesota's a 9-win team. I know they're going through a transition themselves. They don't seem like they're that far ahead of Nebraska, but similar to Iowa, Minnesota isn't designed to beat you 56-3 and make you feel like you don't belong in the same field as them. Minnesota is designed to wear you out, grind you out, keep you at 24-17, keep you an arm length distance. And then by the time the game's over, etch out a win. And so, that's kind of where they're at. So, I mean, it's possible. We'll see. But anybody predicting 4-0, I think is leaving the Kool-Aid talk. And maybe it'll happen, but that's a lot of expectation for me.
Look, have fun with your 4-0 talk. Minnesota is going to be, and I guess I'm crazy for thinking Minnesota is actually going to be good this year. A lot of people are like, what have we seen from Minnesota that makes? Well, I mean, they have a quarterback that beat Nebraska last year as their starter. They have a pretty solid defense. They've still got the same head coach, regardless of whether it's a toxic environment or not, or if you're elite or not elite, however you want to feel that day. But Minnesota has a culture. They have what they do, and they do it very well. So that's going to be a pretty solid team. And you look at Colorado, you look at Coach Prime, and yeah, he flipped over his entire roster, but based on what he did at Jackson State, he's a really good coach. He got really talented athletes to go to Colorado, so I don't think that's going to be an easy game. I don't think you're going to blow them out, but I do believe that Nebraska might get that win. And then you look at the group of 5 teams and you want to stick your nose down at them and you want to say, Nebraska should beat them easily. What happened the last time to happen? Nebraska's like, you should beat them easily. You didn't beat them. So you lost to them and you got your coach fired. So no looking down on anybody. As Matt Rule said, you have to, you have to be respected before you're feared.
That's right. And Louisiana Tech too. I know those teams went 3-9, but going in year 2 for Sonny Cumbie for Louisiana Tech. Don't forget Hank Bachmeier is going to be Louisiana Tech's coach. Quarterback. If you don't remember that name, the Boise State quarterback. He's got some pretty solid numbers going over there. Yeah.
Dakotas Crawford, wide receiver.
Dakotas Crawford also. So that'll be fun. I still wish they would do the Frank Solich bobblehead game to honor Frank Solich's first game, which was against Louisiana Tech, but I don't think that's going through. I've tried to get that going for years. I don't think it's gone anywhere.
Just keep it going, man. I believe in you.
Yeah. Eventually we'll get a Frank Solich bobblehead night. And that was one thing, by the way, that I did, again, to further my hope from Big Ten Media Days, is that whenever Matt Rule talks about the greats at Nebraska, some people will stop at Bob Devaney and Tom Osborne. He'll include Frank Solich in that. And I think that this hire and the respect for those coaches and reaching back and talking to those coaches, at times people would say, well, you got to get off the Osborne tree. And while this, Matt Rule's not necessarily on the Osborne tree, he really respects it, and he really wants to take as much as he can from it. So I thought that was another refreshing deal from Big Ten Media Days. Of course, overshadowing Big Ten Media Days the last couple of days maybe has been Colorado officially joining the Big 12. And it's almost opening up a whole new rumors of college football expansion, because now the Big 12 oddly sits at 13 teams. Once Oklahoma and Texas leaves, that means they need another one, probably going to take from the Pac-12 again. If not, they would add likely a UConn, Memphis, San Diego State, or UNLV to have an even team in 2024. That, according to Brett McMurphy of the Action Network. Also now, rumors out there from Florida State's 24/7 site, FSU is looking for options to leave the conference. The ACC also has said that they are absolutely interested in maybe joining conference expansion. So don't settle down or pencil out your teams.
With who? Who is the ACC going to add?
Well, that's the thing is, and continues to add to the question, because the Florida State, you think, okay, they're leaving, they're going to join the SEC. Would the Big Ten be interested in a Florida team? I mean, because I think more and more these conferences, it's no longer geographically, we got to sit somewhere. The Big 12 especially has a team in every time zone now. And the Big Ten has obviously expanded. The SEC hasn't needed to really expand too much. Now they got their Texas teams, but they're a southern team, Southern Conference. But everybody else seems to be expanding nationwide. The Big 12's got their Florida team. Should the Big Ten look at Florida State and maybe get a Southern team of their own?
Yes.
Yes.
At Miami, not Florida State.
Not Florida State. Well, I think
we're going to talk.
yeah.
Me and Strick are going to talk a little bit of conference expansion on the block coming up next. So we're going to get to that, and I'm sure Strick has his takes. I've got mine as well. I do know one thing I saw was that the Big 12 was looking to add 3 more members, and I saw somebody had tweeted out. Somebody who was, I guess, close to this situation, had sources that were correct about a lot of other things going on right now in conference realignment. Tweeted out 3 teams that their source told them were looking at joining the Big 12, and the Big 12 was interested in adding them. But you got to stick around for that one.
Excellent tease there. That'll wrap it up for the happy hour as play the out music, get it going. Like you were saying, you've got a full show coming up there on the block coming up next, live from Haymarket Park with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. So you got to wait a while. Strick, is he going to take his swings during the show, or is that we're still waiting to see?
Well, the BP with DP starts at about like 3:45 or 4, something like that.
Toward the end of the
so he'll be taking his swings after the show. But I mean, if they start before then, I'm sure he'll have time to go down there. I can talk. You're here. I think Sorensen's going to join me here shortly, so we'll be good.
All right, excellent tease. More conference realignment talk. I'm sure you guys will talk some Nebraska football as well. It's hard to avoid that really here on our show.
For some reason.
Quite a bit. Seems like we like to talk Nebraska football, so that'll be coming up next as well. Wrap it up, for the happy hour. And stay tuned. A lot of BP with DP coming up here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel spectacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
Great Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com. Visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of Gray Difference.
Are you working in or looking to get into